Should Kashi be built back? I'll do it free of cost for you. Please, who is in charge of this? First of all, you couldn't enter the temple. There was, because of this property dispute that is going on in South Judaism. A lot of bare walls, it's looking like a government building. So I thought we will do some metal art work on that. The priests who were there, I told him, who is in charge here? I will do the granite flooring for you where people don't have to slip and fall. It belongs to the other community, it's in the court. Aurangzeb has given a written order that this temple should be demolished. According to the constitutional law, whatever happens, everybody should go with it.
Namaskaram Sadhguru, I'm Tapesh from Jaipur. So my question was regarding Kashi, and I saw you in the morning giving instructions to the Kashi Vishwanath temple team. Are you planning to rebuild Kashi?
This is trouble from Rajasthan. No, we thought there are too many bare walls entering the temple because it was built in a rush for a certain time. And after all, government engineers and architects designed it. It is not the ancient temple that it was, the one that comes from the riverside, from the Ghat. Is a lot of bare walls, it's looking like a government building. So I thought we will do some metal art work on that. You will see. Because you've got an artist's beard, if you are capable, please come and spend some time. After seeing Kashi, I was in this hotel. That was the only time I stayed here. After that, we've been staying on the riverside. Some media came to ask me, Sadhguru, what is your impression? First time you have come to Kashi. Can you believe it, till 2012 I had not come to Kashi? Because I'm an inward pilgrim, I'm not a pilgrimage person going from place to place. So they asked me, I said, it's fabulous and filthy. I said, oh, how can you say this, da-da-da. Some people printed some negative things, but rest of them understood. I said, see, this is the whole problem. If you remove the filth, it would be just fabulous. But right now it's fabulous and filthy. Anyway, you have not seen Kashi at that time. Today what you're seeing
is far better.
Thanks to our Prime Minister, he made this his constituency. He made it because though his strengths and his political growth is from Gujarat, he made Kashi his constituency, and that was a very visionary and a bold thing to do, because to go and win an election, a crucial election, in a new place, not from your hometown, is generally considered politically stupid. But he took that step. And ever since, Kashi development has been happening. Otherwise, you couldn't go 100 meters without spending at least 20 to 30 minutes by road. Everything was congested, everything was overflowing into the street. Most people lived on the street, then in their homes. They did business on the street, then in their shops. Filth was… you need a train to clear it, not a truck. That's how it was. And even the river was full of filth. So in the last 6 plus 2, 8 years, what's happened here, for those who have seen Kashi 10, 12 years ago, it's a revolution in many ways. Well, first of all, you couldn't enter the temple. There was… because of this property dispute that is going on in South Judaism. But whatever was entry was left was like this. And because North Indian people have a fascination for marble stone, they put marble everywhere. With people walking continuously, it became so smooth. And the day I came, it was drizzling a little bit, and I saw two older people who become old. Maybe they were younger to me in years, but people who become old. They just slipped and fell so badly. Even I was having trouble walking because it's slippery. It's just become so smooth over time. And when I came in, the priests who were there, I told him, who is in charge here? I will do the granite flooring for you where people don't have to slip and fall. I'll do it free of cost for you. Please, who is in charge of this? But it was all over the place, it was run in a certain way, I don't want to go into those details. It used to be a bad experience to come to Kashi. In spite of whatever you saw it as a great thing, people made sure and the situation made sure that it's a bad experience for you. What has happened in the last 8 years' time is miraculous. Now there is a proper entry, there's this, and of course there are disputes. You saw those small patches which are not fixed, small squares, just something like 15 by 20 kind of square, not fixed because that's disputed property. It belongs to the other community, it's in the court. And we can't sit down and talk to each other and say, okay, you take this piece, I'll take this piece, let's settle it. No, because certain people don't want a resolution because problem is an investment. Problem is a great investment for a whole lot of people because many people have risen to power over problems of other people. If you find a solution, then what do you have? Where is your ladder to climb? So this is going on, hope some judicial reprieve will come and they will settle these things. I think they're moving in that direction because everything is there, because this is not like other places where there was a dispute about property. Clearly, there are historical documents where clearly Aurangzeb has given a written order that this temple should be demolished. So whoever his men who came and demolished, they gave a completion report. That temple has been demolished, we are building a mosque using the same material, all these things they have given. So these historical documents clearly preserved and saying this, so there is no really property dispute, it's more settling the communities now to ensure that it doesn't go up in flames, so that everybody somehow settled one way or the other. It should be done because otherwise these festering wounds in a country is not good long term. It will… Now that it's come into people's awareness, you can't just again put them back to sleep as they slept for a few centuries. So, having said that, should Kashi be built back? We don't have to think on those lines. Let's say because we believe in the constitution more than anything right now, according to the constitutional law, whatever happens, everybody should go with it and be done with it, because you cannot refix history. Hello? Terrible things have happened everywhere in the world, one way or the other. Terrible things have been done to somebody or the other. Here it's been to the majority community, but it doesn't matter because we should not forget it. But at the same time, we shouldn't be poisoned by resentment because of what terrible things happened in the past. Terrible things happened in the past. If you forget it, similar things may happen to you again. But the important thing is, people who identify with those people who did terrible things. Today's communities have nothing to do with the invaders, but unfortunately, certain number of them identify with those invaders. Such people should come to some sense of remorse and reconciliation, then this will be gone, because it's about everybody's life, not about fighting over what happened 300, 400 years ago. It's important that today's life goes on well and tomorrow's life goes on well. Well, yesterday's life was bad, so we don't have to spread that rot into today and tomorrow. So this wisdom is needed, but going by the constitution, I think, is the best thing, because that's a guideline for everything. Here we are. Already WWW, I walked into a minefield.
Now, Hindus can worship Lord Shiva in GYANVAPI Mosque. In a city called Varanasi, a court said that the Hindus can pray in a special area inside a mosque. A person who is helping the Hindus in this case said that the prayer will start in about a week. and everyone will be allowed to join in. A man named Shailendra Kumar Pathak Vyas asked the court to help him with a problem he had with a group of people. He said that his grandfather used to lead prayers in the temple a long time ago. But then a basement of the temple was closed by the government in 1993. Shailendra Kumar is the grandson of the priest. The Hindu people can go and pray at a special place called Vyas Ka Tehkhana. The people in charge of the area have to get everything ready for them to pray there within a week. The present mosque has 4 underground rooms called tehkhanas. The Vyas family used to live in one of these rooms and they still have it for themselves. Vyas asked if he could go inside the special room and start doing the prayers because it was something that his family had always done. Another Hindu lawyer named Subhash Nandan Chaturvedi said that now they have been allowed to do a special area ceremony at a place called Vyas Ka Tehkhana. The court has told the person in charge of the area to make sure this happens within a week. A man named Aklak Ahmad, who is a part of a group called the Anjuman Intezamiya Masjid Committee, said that he would ask a higher court to review a decision. At the same time, the Allahabad High Court has sent a message to the Anjuman Intezamiya Masjid Committee. This message is about to request the Archaeological Survey of India to check a specific area in the mosque complex called the Wazu Khana. The judge named Justice Rohit Ranjan Agarwal decided in a case filed by a person named Raki Singh. In the application she submitted to the Varanasi court, Singh's main argument was that they needed to survey the Wazu Khana area to determine if it was a religious place or not. The survey should include the part where a Shivaling was supposedly found. Wazu Khana is the place where ablution is performed before offering the namaz. The judge said no to Singh's request on October 21, 2023. The judge noticed that in a decision made on May 17, 2022, the highest court ordered to keep the place where the Shivaling was discovered safe. The history of the Kashi Vishwanath temple. The Kashi Vishwanath temple is one of the oldest temples in the Bharat. It is located in the holy city of Varanasi and shows how important religion and culture are in India. The temple has been around for a very long time and has seen many important events and lots of people who come to worship. In this exploration, we will learn about the history of the temple, how it has changed over time, and why it is so important to the Hindu people. We will also learn about the beautiful design of the temple and why it is meaningful to people. The origin of Kashi Vishwanath temple. The Kashi Vishwanath temple is a very old temple in the city called Varanasi. This city is really important to people who follow the Hindu religion. They believe that a powerful god named Lord Shiva lives there. The temple has been around for a long time, even before anyone can remember. It is mentioned in old Hindu books. It is believed that the Lord Shiva put a special symbol of himself in the temple. People think this symbol is very powerful and it attracts people from everywhere who want to worship. A long time ago, a person who loved the temple built it. But as time went on, people made changes to the temple to match what was popular at the time. The temple's architecture. The Kashi Vishwanath temple is a really pretty temple with a tall, pointy top and lots of fancy designs on the outside. The outside of the temple is decorated with beautiful carvings that show stories from Hindu mythology, pictures of gods and goddesses, and pretty flowers designs. The detailed artwork on the walls shows how talented the Indian artists of long ago were. Significance in Hinduism. The Kashi Vishwanath temple is a very important and special place for people who follow Hinduism. They believe that if they visit this temple, their bad actions will be forgiven and they will go to a very good place after they die. People who believe and love Lord Shiva come from very far away to say their prayers and ask for his help and blessings. The temple is a very important place in the Char Dham Yatra, which is a special journey to 4 holy places in Bharat. The other 3 holy places are Badrinath, Dwarka and Puri. People who go on this journey hope to visit all 4 places to find inner peace and happiness. Mythology and Legends. The Kashi Vishwanath temple is a very old and important place that has lots of stories and myths. People have been fascinated by these stories for a long time. These stories help us understand why the temple is so special and important to people. Let's learn about some of these stories. The legend of Lord Shiva's appearance. The main god of the Kashi Vishwanath temple is Lord Shiva, who is also called Vishwanatha or Vishweshwara. He is like the king of everything in the universe. In Hindu stories, Lord Shiva come to Varanasi to give her blessings to the city and the people who live there. Because of him, Varanasi is a special place where people can find peace and freedom. The Jyotirlinga Legend. A long time ago, there was a temple with a special object inside called the Jyotirlinga. The Jyotirlinga is a symbol of Lord Shiva, who is important in the Hindu religion. It looks like a glowing stone. It is said that Lord Vishwanatha put the Jyotirlinga in the temple in Varanasi, and there are only 12 of them in all of Bharat. People from all over come to the temple to see the Jyotirlinga and ask for blessings from Lord Shiva. The legend of Kaal Bhairava. The Kaal Bhairava is a special form of Lord Shiva. He protects the city of Varanasi and a famous temple called Kashi Vishwanath. It is believed that Kaal Bhairava makes sure that people with bad intentions cannot come into Varanasi. There is a story that says Kaal Bhairava punished Lord Brahma by cutting off one of his heads because he was too proud. This story shows that Lord Shiva is very powerful and important. The legend of Annapurna Devi. Next to the Kashi Vishwanath temple is the Annapurna temple. It is a special place for people to worship the goddess Annapurna, who takes care of giving us food to eat. Long ago, there was a funny argument between Lord Shiva and goddess Parvati, and how important it is to have enough food. To prove her point, goddess Parvati disappeared and made everyone in the world feel hungry. Lord Shiva, wanting to help, pretending to be a poor person, and went to a city called Varanasi. There, goddess Annapurna gave him a food to eat. Lord Shiva was so thankful that he promised Varanasi would never have to deal with poverty. The legend of Harishchandra. There was a king named Harishchandra who was very honest and fair. He built a special temple called Kashi Vishwanatha. There is a special place called Harishchandra Ghat in Varanasi, where people remember his story. The king had to give up his kingdom, family and money because he always told the truth. But with the help of Lord Vishwanatha, he got everything back and became a king again. The tale of Rani Ahilyabai Holkar. A long time ago, there was a queen named Ahilyabai Holkar who loved Lord Shiva very much. She found out that the temple dedicated to Lord Shiva is in a bad condition. So she decided to fix it and make it even more beautiful. Varanasi is a special city with many stories about its sacredness. People call it the city of Lord Shiva because it is believed that Lord Shiva danced there. The city is also special because it is connected to the Ganges river, which is very important to Hindus. Historical evolution. The Kashi Vishwanath temple has been through a lot in its history. It was built, destroyed, and built again because of wars and attacks and bad natural events. But each time, the temple was able to come back and be important to people. showing how strong and important the Hindu religion is. Ancient origins. Long ago, a king named Harishchandra built a temple that was very important to people. It was not very fancy at first, but it was very special to them. Destruction by invaders. A long time ago, some people who believed in different religion come to a temple and caused a lot of damage. They took valuable things from the temple and broke it. This was very sad and difficult time for the temple. Rebuilding by kings. Even though the temple was destroyed, different Hindu kings and rulers like Marathas and Rajputs tried to fix it and make the temple better again. They made lots of changes and improvements to the temple, which made it look like even more beautiful. A long time ago, there was a very important temple called Kashi Vishwanath. But then a king named Aurangzeb decided to knock it down and build a mosque instead. The temple's special statue was moved to a safe place so it would not get destroyed. Re-establishment and reclamation. After Aurangzeb's rule, Hindus worked together to rebuild their temple in the same place it used to be. The temple we see today was built in the 18th century by Queen Ahilyabai Holkar. She was an important ruler who helped build many temples and revive Hindu traditions. The temple is next to mosque and people have different opinions about it. However, the temple is still popular and important to people who believe in it. People are working to fix and take care of the temple so that it can last long time for the future generations. Impact on Indian culture. The Kashi Vishwanath temple is a really important place in Bharat. It has helped shape Indian culture and spirituality. It shows how Hinduism has stayed strong and grown, even when faced with difficulties. The temple has also helped make Varanasi a special city for learning, culture, and spirituality. People have been living there for a very long time. The city is famous for being a place where smart people, artists, and people looking for spiritual answers come to learn and find wisdom. The temple is important because it has made Varanasi known for being a city of learning and understanding. Challenges and controversies. The Kashi Vishwanath temple has had many problems and arguments over the years. One big problem is that there is a mosque next to the temple, and this has caused fights between different religions. Some Hindus want the temple to be all for themselves, but Muslims don't want anything to change. Environmental concerns. The temple is in a place where it can easily get flooded because of the river. This can be dangerous for the temple and make it weak. People are working to protect the temple and make sure it does not get damaged by the rising water. Crowd management. Many people come to visit the temple every day, which can cause problems with keeping everyone safe and making sure everyone can get around easily. People are working hard to make their things by improving the buildings and making sure everyone has a good time. The conclusion. The Kashi Vishwanath temple in Varanasi is a very important and special place in Bharat. It has been destroyed and built again many times, but people have always believed in it and worshipped there. Many people visit the temple to feel inspired and to learn new things. It is a symbol of the strong connection between people and God. And many different kinds of people come to find peace and happiness there. Comment your valuable opinions, like the video, share it with your friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. Pranam.